Prince Harry, fresh off losing a massive court battle, basically begging on BBC television saying, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore," while simultaneously throwing shade at his critics with a statement so passive-aggressive it could power Buckingham Palace. Meanwhile, Prince William is out here maintaining what experts are calling an absolute ban on Harry returning in any way, shape or form, and darlings, when I say this family feud has reached Game of Thrones levels, I mean we're literally watching the royal equivalent of You're Dead to Me playing out in real time. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Right, so our Prince Harry has just suffered what can only be described as a proper legal thrashing in May 2025, losing his court battle to get his taxpayer-funded security restored. But here's where it gets absolutely mental. Harry revealed that his father, King Charles, no longer speaks to him and that he cannot imagine bringing his family back to the UK after this defeat. This isn't just about money or protection, darlings. This is about Harry basically admitting that his legal battle against his own family has left him completely isolated. In a bombshell BBC interview, Harry said his father won't speak to him over his UK security legal battle. And honestly, the desperation in that statement is palpable. But wait, it gets even more dramatic. Harry dropped this absolute gut punch. "I don't know how much longer my father has." That's either the most emotionally manipulative thing ever said by a royal, or the most heartbreakingly honest admission of regret we've ever heard. So just when everyone's processing Harry's emotional plea for family reconciliation, his team drops a statement that's so loaded with diplomatic sass, you could cut it with a ceremonial sword. Harry has made a sly dig at those who know the least about the banishment claims, and honestly, this is masterful pettiness disguised as official royal communication. Let's decode this absolute masterpiece of royal shade-throwing. Instead of directly addressing whether he's worried about being banished by William, Harry's essentially saying stop listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. That's not a denial. That's diplomatic for how bloody dare you suggest I'm scared, even though I absolutely am. The timing of this statement is also suspicious as hell. We're talking about a man who just publicly begged for reconciliation on BBC, then immediately threw shade at royal experts discussing his fears about the future. It's giving very much "I'm not desperate, but also please love me again" energy, and frankly, I'm here for this level of contradictory chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince William has apparently turned into the human equivalent of an Arctic glacier, and is not melting for anyone. Royal expert Hilary Fordwich claims it is widely known within the family that Prince William has laid down an absolute ban on Harry returning in any way, shape or form into his former royal family fold. And that's not just cold, that's permafrost-level freezing. What makes this even more brutal is the timing. Harry's out there practically begging on television, talking about his father's mortality, and William's response is essentially radio silence with a side of absolutely not happening. That's not just strategic. That's emotionally glacial in a way that would make Anna from Frozen jealous. Royal experts are noting William's complete absence from any peace talks between Charles and Harry, which is basically William's way of saying Dad can play happy families all he wants, but I'm not signing up for this circus. It's like watching someone put up an emotional fortress and then throw away the keys. Here's where this gets properly complicated. King Charles is literally caught between his sons like some sort of royal referee in the world's most expensive family therapy session. There's proof that Charles and Harry may be close to reconciling, with Harry's senior aide spotted meeting with King Charles's communications secretary in London just weeks ago. But here's the kicker. Harry's apparently desperate to win back the royal family and has been offering his schedule to ease tensions with King Charles, though Prince William reportedly sees reconciliation as a grave mistake. Can you imagine being Charles right now? Your younger son is basically sliding into your DMs begging for forgiveness while your elder son is standing behind you shaking his head like, "Don't you dare." The position Charles is in is absolutely mental. He's got a son who's publicly admitting he doesn't know how much time his father has left, while his other son is basically saying that's his problem, not ours. Now, let's address the elephant in the throne room. Harry's security court case isn't just about protection. It's about pride, money, and whether someone who left the royal family gets to keep royal-level benefits. Harry's lawyer argued the removal of his security detail was unjustified and inferior treatment. But the government basically said, "You left, deal with it." This is where Harry's desperation becomes crystal clear. He's not just fighting for security. He's fighting for the right to bring his family to the UK without fear. Harry admitted he cannot imagine bringing his family back to the UK after losing this case, which means Archie and Lilibet might never have a proper relationship with their grandfather or cousins. But here's the brutal reality check. The royal family essentially responded to Harry's courtroom defeat with a statement of support for his loss. That's not just cold. That's "We're actively cheering for your legal failures" level of family dysfunction. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know if you're Team Sophie or if you think I'm seeing green where there's just good fashion sense. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.